Hi, Cory Geiger from the Altoona Mirror here with Dan Zangrilli, Curve broadcaster at Blair County Ballpark. We just witnessed a historic Altoona Curve game, 19 innings, ended by Miles Durham's home run to left center field in the bottom of the 19th inning. Dan, you had one of the greatest calls I've ever heard in minor league history. Describe what you saw when Miles Durham hit the ball.
Well, you saw something go really high, really deep, and really far. He hit it to one of the deepest parts of the yard, one of the toughest parts to get it out of the ballpark. It's left center field over that 385 marker, just on that little grassy knoll right before the big video board. And it's a poke. He hit the thing 415 feet, and you really didn't have any doubt that it was gone. And boy, you know, we had 15 innings of scoreless relief from the Altoona Curve bullpen. We were tied at 3 since the 5th inning, and there were so many opportunities to score, but so many big defensive plays and big pitches made in the ball game that kept it at a stalemate for 18 and a half innings until Durham, who wound up having 4 hits in the game, ends it, and he's sort of carried us offensively. A big unsung hero, maybe not necessarily a prospect type guy, but since July 1st, he's been one of the most consistent and powerful bats in the lineup.
Seeing the reaction from him, he's raising his fist, rounding second base. He said he thinks it might have been the first walk-off hit of his career. He knows it's the first walk-off home run of his career, but a great hit for a guy. Huge win for the team. Now they're 5 games up on Bowie in the division. This is the kind of win, is it not, that can springboard an already very good team, maybe even more as the season winds down.
No question about it, because if you look at the body of work over the entire ball game, it was a come-from-behind win, the second in a row against one of the top 2 teams in the league. Last night against Trenton, or 2 days ago against Trenton, I suppose, and then this ball game against New Hampshire, who had the second-best record in the league. They got down 3-0, and then they came back to tie the ball game. In and of itself was a little bit of an accomplishment, and then they throw 15 scoreless innings of relief in the pen, and then Durham wins it. You're absolutely right, just watching them celebrate. It's a celebration probably that they've never ever had, maybe the closest thing to winning a championship, a lot of those guys in Lynchburg last year. And who knows what it can do. Time will only tell, but they're starting to get that twinkle in their eye and play that baseball that they were in April and May when they had the best record in the country. And who knows what this can do. Hopefully a sign of good things to come for this club. And more importantly, as you mentioned, 5 games up on Bowie. They lost in extra innings. And so the Curve gain another game. So that's 2 in 2 days. And hopefully you can continue that and keep them at an arm's length and then some.
Few tidbits, 5 hours and 49 minutes, the longest game time-wise in Blair County Ballpark history, longest game inning-wise in Blair County Ballpark history. There was a 19-inning game, a full 19-inning game at Norwich in 2000. That will remain the longest game innings-wise because the Curve won that game on the road. The bottom of the 19th inning was completed. But just the way this unfolded, you made a comment at 11:30 about how we're still playing and Letterman's coming on. Rich DeLeo made a comment near 12 o'clock about how he's going to have to announce more birthdays because we were about to see a date change. Just really, you never know what you're going to get on a given night at the ballpark.
No question about it. It was a big night for the ballpark, and that's I think why we get into this this sport because you never know what you're going to get. A no-hitter, a perfect game, a 10-0 blowout, or a ball game that goes 19 innings and is one of the longest and perhaps best in franchise history.
What a great game. What a great game. You just watch it and you just kind of get lost. If you love baseball like we do, you just have a good time and enjoy the whole thing. For Dan Zangrilli, I'm Cory Geiger. Thanks for viewing here at AltoonaMirror.com.
All right.